Prosperity. Prosperity is when you inherit a garbage collection system that has been so broken that we couldn't effectively collect the garbage of this country. Prosperity is when you inherit such a system and you're able to purchase 50 brand new garbage trucks and another 200 on order to be delivered. That is prosperity. Rome wasn't built in a day. Right? Prosperity is when you inherit a system where police used to complain night and day about don't having vehicles to move from point A to point B, and you are able to purchase used cars and new cars for police officers, ensuring that every single police station in this country has a working vehicle. That is prosperity. Whether they want to believe it, yes or no, that is prosperity. Prosperity is knowing very well that when you receive and inherit a system where government refused to spend money on the security forces for decades, and the Jamaica Labour Party has been able to spend over $50 billion on national security. That is prosperity. Prosperity is when you inherit a public sector that has been agitating for wage increase for decades. Every single year, they've been crying and hollering all over this country about an improved public sector wages. And this government, through prudent management of the economy, was able to set aside billions of dollars to compensate public sector and to upgrade and bring their wages up to market standard. That is prosperity. Prosperity is when you drop money and you don't hear a peep out of the nurses. That is prosperity. Prosperity when you don't hear police are locked down country so they want more money and all them can get is promissory note. That is prosperity. Prosperity is when you can run a government for 8 or 6 or 8 years and every single budget you have said to the Jamaican people, absolutely no new taxes. That is prosperity. That is prosperity. And the common man and the corner must understand that that is prosperity. Prosperity is when you can create an environment where the business community feel confident in investing their money. They are not worried that what happened in the 1990s under Dr. Omar Davis and Percival James Patterson, they are not worried that that is going to happen again. That is prosperity. Prosperity is when you have a finance minister who has a steady hand and the international business community have absolute confidence in him. That is prosperity. Prosperity is when you can stand up on the global market and say you have one of the world's greatest tourism minister in Edmund Bartlett. That is prosperity. Prosperity is when you inherit a Cornwall regional that has been neglected for over 30 years, lack of maintenance, mold, and all kind of stuff, wreck the hospital. And you have a health minister in Dr. Christopher Tufton that can come to the fold and retrofit such hospital and get it to where it is now going to be the largest hospital of its kind in the Western Hemisphere, offering world-class service. That is prosperity. That is prosperity. That is prosperity. Don't make nobody fool you. Don't make nobody give you no Anansi story. Prosperity is staring you right into your face. But because people over the last 18 and a half years under the PNP, they grew accustomed to brown envelope style of prosperity. They are now looking for the GLP to tell them to line up at them constituency office for a brown envelope with 3,500 in there. That is the type of prosperity that some people have grown accustomed to. And it is people like us who have the responsibility to educate them and to let them understand that the country has changed, the world has changed, the politics have changed, the economy in Jamaica has changed. And as such, they need to understand and recognize the position they are in. And they must get with it. Sitting down and waiting on councils, caretakers to take breakfast, lunch, and dinner to you, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That is PNP style of governance. We don't practice that. So when people are talking about them don't know prosperity, they show them. Because some of them is talking and they're not understanding what is prosperity. I think the expectation of some is just wild. But it is people like you, the councillors, caretakers, you, the councillors, you, the MPs, you, the party workers. You have a responsibility to not join the argument about nothing going on. It's your duty to tell them what is happening.